everyone. Today we have with us Arjun Vaidya, the CEO, and Trisha Vaidya, the COO of Dr. Vaidya's, which is an Indian based international Ayurvedic brand with more than 150 years of knowledge and research on Ayurvedic health products. Thank you for being with us, guys.
Thanks for having us.
As per the general norm, the number of RTOs are comparatively high in the 2 and 3 tier cities. Considering the volume of orders at Dr. Vedya's, what kind of steps do you take to reduce RTOs?
Sure. So I think I'll start with a 1 minute brief on what Dr. Vedas is to give the viewers more context into our brand, and then Trisha can talk about the RTO. So Dr. Vedas is a new age Ayurvedic products brand that does more than 5,000 orders a day for Ayurvedic products that are appealing and accessible to modern consumers. For context, 83% of our consumers are actually outside the top 10 cities. So, in terms of the customer demographic, this is the TG that we are looking at, and it comes with its share of sort of nuances, which Trisha will walk you through.
So I think few things that we actually do is before we dispatch any orders, especially for customers in tier 2, tier 3 areas, we actually do an address check. So if we feel the address is incomplete in terms of not having details of house or landmark or street name, we actually call the customer. Now, each customer is called a few times, an email is sent, a WhatsApp is sent, and only once they confirm the order do we actually go ahead and process it. In the same time, during the process between the order being dispatched and it reaching the customer, we do handhold the customer and the courier partner and engage with them quite a bit, to be honest. Again, mediums being call works the best, second WhatsApp, third email, and then fourth SMS. But we try, the aim is to actually try and deliver even to tier 2, tier 3 pin codes as much as possible.
Great. You've come a long way from where you established Dr. Vaidya's digital presence in the year 2016. At what stage of the business cycle do you think e-commerce businesses can expect more prepaid orders than cash on delivery?
This is the toughest question that anyone can ask, and honestly, I don't think there's a correct answer to this in terms of what stage. I think there's a lot of factors that come into this. One is what is the type of business and what is the type of product. The type of product, the value of the product, the amount of importance the consumer associates to that product is also very important when you think of this. The other thing is, at the end of the day, whether you look at an Amazon, Flipkart, or a Dr. Vedya's, the ratio of COD versus prepaid may be slightly different, but it's not exceptionally different. So the skew right now in India as a market is towards COD, where Dr. Vedya's may have 75-80% COD orders, and Amazon may have 60 to 65% COD orders. I think there is a change in consumer behavior required, but I think a lot of things are moving us towards this digital payment. The first is obviously after demonetization, a large section of consumers had to learn how to use it. We are right now in a global pandemic where consumers who've never used e-commerce or digital payments are being forced to use digital payments. So certain global events and national events may change the skew towards digital payments. Overall, as a brand, I think what you need to do is build consumer trust. Once you build consumer trust towards you and the platform, and they think that if they prepay, they will get the product, so they are comfortable to prepay, I think that's one thing brands can do. But to say that it will be 80 prepaid, 20 COD very soon, to me seems very difficult.
Okay.
Any additions from you?
No, I think that covered it.
Considering the fact that the average order value of Dr. Vedya's is low, there are costs like blocked inventory and operational costs that e-commerce businesses have to bear for RTOs, other than just the logistics bit. What is your take on this?
I think Trisha can take this question.
So I think there are a few things. We try to increase the customer basket size, of course, for each order value. We do try to increase prepaid orders so that you don't have the cash on delivery charge and only have the forward charge. You also do, as in our example is that any order under 500 rupees, we do charge 100 rupees for delivery. I think the constant thing that you have to do is try and negotiate better rates constantly with your career partners. Try to ensure you have a high repeat rate with your customer as well. So eventually your customer lifetime value is actually, better and higher and more improved for you. And try and reduce your RTO rate. So some career partners, when you negotiate, they are okay to waive off the entire RTO rate altogether. So I think it just depends a little bit on how much you can push your career partners. And it's a cost you have to factor in regardless. When you're creating a business, you have to factor that in.
Right now, there are a lot of machine learning technologies. How effective are these machine learning technologies helpful to identify and tackle RTOs?
So I think I'll leave the specifics of the question to Trisha. But I think from a general perspective, one needs to keep in mind there are certain things you can use technology for, and there are certain things that you need to use sort of human intervention for a qualitative analysis. And that's the view we've taken at Dr. Vaidya's. You can use technology for a bunch of things, even in digital marketing. But then a human intervention in certain aspects where qualitative interference is required is very important.
So I think in terms of specific to RTO, to your question, to be very honest, I think machine learning helps in terms of identifying, okay, for this pin code, this courier partner is the best in terms of delivery, in terms of price, in terms of attempts for delivery, because that's another big issue that you do face at times. But in terms of actually the whole IVR setup, to get customers to confirm the order while an order is out for delivery, personally, I feel a call or a WhatsApp works better in terms of conversion. So it's a mixture of two. I think machine learning helps you with the data, but the actual conversation with the customer works best when it's an actual human interface.
I think to add this, it's about trial and error, right?
Yeah.
See what works for your business, because there's no formula. So I can go to Flipkart and ask them what the answer is, but that answer may not be relevant for me. I may not be able to factor in that cost. I may not have those customers. I may not be selling those products. So try as much as you can to use technology, but if it doesn't work, accept that it doesn't work. And it may work for Amazon, but it doesn't work for you.
Thank you so much for all your valuable inputs, guys. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you
Thanks,
so
Priya.
much. Stay safe.